Yo, 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 what up? It's your boy Between the Games Sports. We are back. I believe this is week seven of the HBCU weekend. Ah, getting to the needed the meat and bones of this thing, man. Next thing you know, it'll be Thanksgiving. I mean, we're pulling up on Christmas break and all those good things. So you got teams fighting for positions, trying to figure out where they're going to finish during this season. And of course, you still got, in the SWAC, you got Jackson State over there handling their business with that crazy game they had with, not even crazy, a crazy ending that they had over there in Alabama, Alabama State. And then, of course, in the MEAC, those teams haven't really played any conference games yet. Norfolk State is 1-0 after defeating Morgan State the other week. So those teams, they're just starting to get started over there in the MEAC, man. And we know that South Carolina State, they won that, outright last year, getting hot, going on to win the Celebration Bowl. And I appreciate y'all who are in here. As always, make sure y'all know to let me know where you're from, what school you repping, what city, all those good things, man. So I see we got some early birds, got a comment already. Wayne Morgan is going to be in the building. Wayne Morgan is in the building. Wayne Morgan says it's going to be a good second half of the season. I think so, man. I really think so. You got teams who are starting to figure themselves out a little bit. Gremlin is going to play a much needed win that they needed, but they're going to play Florida A&M this weekend, and Florida A&M has kind of figured themselves out as well after that, rough start to the season. I believe they've either won 3 straight or 4 straight. I want to say it's 3 straight. So that team over there trying to stay right on the heels of Jackson State in case Jackson State slips up. So, and then Grambling really needs this win, man. Hugh Jackson needs it. The players need it. The campus needed. The morale of the team is probably pretty low right now. I believe they're 1-5 on the season. Not a good look with a team that came in with high expectations for this season in the win column, right? I know Hugh Jackson is still trying to implement his type of style of play, his program and all of those good things that he wants to do over there. But they have Florida A&M, a hot team, coming into Gremlin this weekend. They play at 1 o'clock. I really just don't know what Gremlin can do to win this game. I want to say Jeremy Mawusa, quarterback of Florida A&M, he has found his footing. He's looking like he was a former high-level Division I player, which he transferred in from Vanderbilt, I believe. So Florida A&M, y'all continue to stay on the lookout for those guys and see if they can kind of stay nip and tuck with Jackson State. And of course, they just have to wait to see if Jackson State slips up. And appreciate all y'all who are in here. Again, man, let yourself be known so I can give you your shout out, your just due, and all those good things. My man, American Pastor Travis says, what it do, BTS? What's up, man? What's good? What's up with you? I hope everybody's having a very, very good week. My week has been pretty solid. And besides this allergy situation, I can't seem to tackle, man. But I did go get my allergy medicine today. Hopefully that kicks in and works like it's supposed to. Been taking it for a while. Might be immune to it by now. Who else? Oh, I'm gonna go back to South Carolina State, right? They play. I forgot who they play this weekend, and I put it in the title of this show. Like, I forgot who South Carolina State plays this weekend. It's a non-conference game as usual, but South Carolina State needs a win as well, as they have lost 3 straight games, right? South Carolina State needs a win, and this is the defending national HBCU champs, right? They want to get to where they need to be, find their footing before they hit their meat and potatoes of their conference schedule. Again, they have not played a conference game yet. They are 1-4 in the season. Lost to Florida A&M last week, where Florida A&M was basically blanking them for pretty much most of the game. Y'all gotta excuse me again, the allergies, the drainage goes in my throat, makes me burp. It's stupid. So South Carolina State, they are in a position to kind of turn the ship around, and it all starts, for me, in my opinion, with their quarterback. South Carolina State's quarterback has to get better. I don't know if he can get better because He is either a 4th or 5th year senior by now. I mean, 5th or 6th year senior by now, and he just doesn't show the capability to be a legit passer. And I'm talking about Mr. Corey Fields, man. And I hate getting on young people like this because, I'm an older gentleman now, and I know what it's like to go through that turmoil of being a collegiate player. Everybody wants you to be great, but sometimes things just don't work out the way it may be, the way you want it to be. And, it happens. But Mr. Fields, he has to get better if he wants to be able to get his team back to the national championship, which is the Celebration Bowl. And shout out to Wayne Morgan says Allergies trying to get their first win of the season over you, man. Allergies been winning for about 5 years on me. I didn't develop allergies until my mid-30s, and then it's just been kicking my butt ever since then. But it doesn't stop the show. And back to Mr. Corey Fields, right? This guy, I hate to be that guy. But for the season, Corey Fields is 41 of 93. 41 of 93 and for 511 yards. And I believe a lot of those yards came last week against Florida A&M when they were trailing. And what's that percentage you want to know? 41 of 93. Obviously, 41 plus 41 would be 82. So he's well below 50% completion. He is at 44% completion for the season. That's just not going to get done to be able to sustain and win games. Last year, he was right around the 50% mark. And so that's showing within 4 games this season already, he is shown he is regressing. He's digressing. He's not improving. And it's unfortunate because you want to see every kid be successful. You want to see every kid be successful. Sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. He does have 6 touchdowns on the season, right? 6 passing touchdowns. But I believe there was an article earlier this week talking about South Carolina State and their decision with, in the passing game. I didn't get a chance to check it out. I believe HBCU Sports did that. Y'all might want to go check that out. But this young man, for them to go into their conference and try to run the table again, because there's not very many teams in the conference, right? For them to run the table again and try to get back to the Celebration Bowl is looking highly unlikely right now for South Carolina State Bulldogs. And I know I'm probably going to have some fans come in here at some point. I know some folks are probably on the road, just leaving work or just settling in back at home. Hey, Dad's in the building, man. Y'all, my father's having surgery tomorrow, so we'll be praying for him on the night and in the morning. Russell Haynes is in the building. DCEA. What you mean, Russell? Russell, what you talking about? But back to the South Carolina State Bulldogs. If you're a fan of this team right now, you're kind of concerned. You're kind of concerned because you're expecting your team to be a little better than what they were last year, and as of right now, it's not looking very good. Right? Again, they haven't played any conference games yet, so it's still hope. Still hope for this group. I believe I want to say North Carolina Central is playing on TV tonight on ESPN2. I want to say North Carolina Central is playing on ESPN2 tonight. They have 4-1. Doesn't mean that they're the best team in the conference right now. Norfolk State is 1-0. Again, the only team who has a victory in conference play over Morgan State. But South Carolina State fans, you are a little concerned, man. You were probably hoping that Mr. Fields got better over the spring and over the summertime, summer 1, summer 2. But again, he was around the 50% completion rating last year, and he's all the way down to 44% right now. Not going to get it done. The one bright side of things for South Carolina State is Kendall Flowers. I really like watching Kendall Flowers play. He's elusive. He can be a power back, and he finishes his run. He's sixth in the conference in total yards. But I think with them getting down some and some of the games they played against South Carolina, they played against Bethune Cookman, which that game I did see, and I think Mr. Flowers needs to get more touches. I think he needs to get more touches. In 5 games, he only has 50 attempts, 50 rushing attempts. That's only 10 a game. I don't think that's enough. I don't think that's the formula that South Carolina State wants to have a successful team. I mean, a successful season. I'm just being honest, and for the folks there in the comments, y'all let me know what you think about South Carolina State's game plan for this year. I think they should be giving the ball to Mr. Flowers, Mr. Kendall Flowers. I really think that's what would be their most success with. Russell Haynes says the season is not over. We had a rough schedule, not a pie schedule. Oh, I totally get it. I totally get it. But sometimes taking those L's, right, it's hard to change the ship around. Although South Carolina State did do that last year, right? I think they started off like 0-5, 0-6. And why is my camera going out? Making no sense to me. My camera just went out. If y'all can still hear me, let me know. If y'all can still hear me, let me know. I have no idea why my camera just went out. That's crazy. It's fully charged. It's showing in the background here. So why is it not showing over here? You saying that Russell Haynes says South Carolina State is, and I get that. I get that. And I'll make sure y'all hit that like button for me. For some reason, I got a frown face on my Facebook. I can't see myself. Y'all can see me, man. I can't see myself. That's crazy to me. Technology, man, pissing me off. You're right, Russell Haynes is still 0-0. 0-0. And at the end of the day, I've said it in my past lives before, you want to win your conference. No matter what you do in a non-conference schedule, the guaranteed games, all those things, you want to win those games, of course. Sometimes you just don't. But for the majority of things, you want to win your conference, bottom line. I don't care what anyone says. Wayne Morgan says we can hear you. D Lives in the building. Appreciate you, my guy, for dropping through. We can hear you and see you. I cannot see myself on the screen. That's crazy to me. I don't know what they're doing. All my cords are plugged in correctly over here. I believe so. I just not understanding why I can't see myself. Hopefully that doesn't be an issue coming up this weekend. Again, I see we got some late stragglers in the building. As I'm looking on another screen, I can't see myself over there. Just not on my laptop. Stupid stuff. But that's my thought process for South Carolina State. The Bulldogs, they want to get hot, right? And now's the time, right? Now's the time for them this weekend to get hot and get a dub, right? They're playing Virginia Lynchburg or something like that this weekend. I want to say it's Virginia Lynchburg or something of that nature. So this is a game you kind of get your rocks off, get your game plan flowing, get your running game flowing, and then you let Mr. Fields do a couple of passes to Shaq Davis and those others, right? No, they got some big wide receivers, but if you fall behind 14-0, 17-3, 21-7, something of that nature late in the third quarter, then you're going to be passing the ball, and I don't think that's a recipe for success for South Carolina State. Other games this weekend, I spoke about Florida A&M and Grambling earlier on. Alabama State, right? You got Alabama State, again, coming off this crazy ending and storyline with Jackson State and Coach Deion Sanders over there. I stand on by what I said. Coach Robinson was very emotional in that time frame. He should have just took the loss, went back to the locker room, calmed down a little bit, and just relaxed, and then just changed the whole subject, the aftermath of what happened. He could have changed that in the conference, but he added fuel to the fire. He kept egging it on, kept adding it on, and it took away from a great game that happened between Jackson State and Alabama State. I thought it was a really, really good game. So Alabama State, they fall to 3-3. I believe they are now, let me check my notes here. Alabama State now is, oh my God, I lost it. I want to say they're 3-3 now, and then 2-2 in conference play. That's what I want to say. And I apologize, man. I had my notes and stuff right here, ready to rock and roll, and it's not happening like I wanted to. Not happening like I wanted to. Dang, where is it at? I had it all typed out and everything else, and now, so I lost it. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so Alabama State now sits at 3-3 overall, and they're 1-2 in conference. I'm sorry. So they're 1-2 in conference, right? They're basically a game and a half behind, everyone. Florida A&M sits at 2-1 in conference. Alabama A&M sits at 2-1 in conference. So Alabama State will be hosting Mississippi Valley State this weekend, and the poor Mississippi Valley State. They are struggling over there. They have not won a game. They haven't looked good at all. D-Live says playing 5 total conference games is crazy. You can lose all them games and go 3-2 in conference and go to. Yeah, I mean, they got it worked out a certain way for them over there, and I can't be mad at them for that. I cannot be mad at them for that. And if anybody on Facebook, y'all please hit the like button, man. And if you're on my regular Facebook profile page, man, send some stars. Send some stars. It's something new that we're working with over here. Again, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit the like button, thumbs up. If y'all can still see me, please let me know because I can't see myself. Stupid. Stock check. Appreciate you coming in. Stock check with Norris Powell says he's going to take it out on Prime Boy. Dancing. Hey, it is what it is, man. But yeah, so Alabama State cannot slip up here just like their coach did in the news conference following the game. They cannot have a slip up this weekend hosting Mississippi Valley State. And, when you go through things like that, when your coach becomes a little erratic, he trips out a little bit, he doesn't, stay the course, right? As my dad would always say, stay the course and keep your eye on the prize. This can be a game that Mississippi Valley State can come in there and sneak and win, right? But again, Mississippi Valley State might go over this season. And it's very, very unfortunate. You don't ever want to be on a team who don't win a game. You don't ever want to be on a team that doesn't win a game. That's crazy. I've never been part of a program that hasn't won a game. I can't associate with losers. Like I said, if y'all follow this stream and this channel a lot, y'all have seen it where I've talked about we played a team in high school and they were 0-29. We played them our last game of the season, and they gave us a run for our money. But we ended up winning the game. So that team went 0-30 for a whole season. How do you show up for practice every single day knowing you're going to lose every time you step on the court or the field? I can't do it. I don't know. You got to sneak a win in there somewhere. So Mississippi Valley State, if this is a game, if there's a chance you can win this weekend, you better get there and take it, right? You don't want to go over, man. I just think that poor facilities, players, the recruitment is not there, it's not right. So it's looking like they're going to have an over season. Very, very unfortunate. God, dog, they're 0-6. 0-6. Every time I'm looking at my notes, it's 0-6. My God. But Alabama State, you better be on your P's and Q's, better be on your toes and not trick off this game, right? You talking all this crap you wanted Jackson State, you got them from homecoming, you didn't do the job, you lost, right? You didn't get beat, you just lost, right? You didn't catch a beat down as many folks thought. I thought the score was going to be 41-14. I think it was 26-12 or something of that nature. But this is not a game you want to slip up, right? You got all hyped up. You were crunk, right? We've seen the video of the players being disrespectful, and them talking bad to Coach Prime and talking bad to assistant coaches and water girls and all this other stuff. You got hyped up. It was homecoming. Now you're not going to have that crowd, right? You're not going to have that same energy that Jackson State brought to your stadium the past weekend in a sellout, right? So now you have to go in there, be under control, come back to earth a little bit, and understand, all right, we have a job to do, and the job this weekend is to beat Mississippi Valley State. So you better not slip up. Twitter gonna explode on you. I can tell you right now. Memphis Jags in the building. What up, Memphis Jag? I'm gonna get to your Jaguars here in just a second. Just a second. Wayne says Valley gonna steal more. You better not slip up Alabama State. I'm telling you right now. Telling you right now. And if anyone knows the status of Alabama State's quarterback, I do recall him getting hurt last week. I want to say that kid is from Houston. I want to say he's from Houston. So if anybody has any updates on that young man, will he be playing or not, please let me know. Please let me know. I'm mad. I don't even feel right. I'm like, y'all saying y'all can see me, but I can't. My screen is just, maybe it's StreamYard, because my guy Hoop Jargon was having issues with his stream a little earlier today. So maybe it's StreamYard, maybe it's not me. Maybe it's not me. Memphis Jag says everyone will play hard against Valley. To not be that team to get the W on tough road for Valley this year. Yeah. I mean, here's the unfortunate thing for Valley, right? You give your head coach an extension. Right? Your head coach got an extension last year. He got a 2-year extension, I believe. And then you come out, that coach is probably riding high, and they're 0-6 on the season. So, I don't know how it works down there in Valley as far as their expectations for winning. But nobody expects to go over. Nobody expects to go over on the season. I'm just being honest right there. Russell Haynes says, any given Saturday, upset BCU or beat JSU. Russell, man, I don't know, man. Look, I'm pretty sure you have somebody in here willing to bet you. I'm not a betting man, so, but I'm sure somebody in here, my man Hoop Jargon is in the building. I'm pretty sure somebody in here will bet you that Jackson State is going to destroy Bethune Cookman this weekend. But again, you never know, man. You never know. Wayne Morgan's laughing. Man, Hoop Jargon said Russell on that might be on something, man. Look, Cliff, you was having trouble with your overlay earlier. I'm having trouble with my camera. I can't even see myself on the screen here. I can't even, and people say they can see me, which is stupid. Tiffany Sanders is in the building. Alabama State. What's up, Alabama State? So Alabama State needs to stay focused. Like I said, they need to stay focused and get their, people are still talking about the incident with Coach Robinson and Coach Deion Sanders. All right, so that's probably been a distraction all week for your team. Everywhere you go on campus, somebody's probably asking you about it. Like the news, local news out there is probably still talking about it. There are channels out here who are still talking about it as well. Coach Eddie Robinson Jr. better have his guys ready to play this weekend. All right, better have his guys ready to play. If not, like Russell said, any given Saturday, except for BCU beating Jackson State, I don't see that one happen. I just don't. I really, really don't. My camera just popped on and popped off for a second. That's stupid. Where would I want to go next? Oh, I'm sorry. So another game, which I'm probably gonna do my reaction to. It's a 6 o'clock game. It's on ESPN Plus. Got Alcorn State going down to visit Southern, right? And both of these teams, I guess I could be cliche and say both of these teams need a win. All right, Alcorn needs this W to stay on top of the of the SWAC West, right? They're 2-0. They're sitting pretty up there, 3-2. Previews at 3-1, and then you have Southern, who will be hosting Alcorn this weekend at 2-1 after mopping the floor with Preview last weekend in the second half. Absolutely mopping the floor with Preview last weekend. So I know my man Hoop Jargon don't want to hear that. So Southern needs this win. They will hold the tiebreaker. Southern wins this game this weekend. They will hold the tiebreaker between those three teams. I don't know if Preview plays this weekend, actually. I don't think so. So at the end of this weekend, you can have a 3-team tie in the SWAC West at 3-1, where Southern would hold the tiebreaker, right? Because they beat Preview last weekend in a very, very lopsided win in the second half. That final was 45-13. I mean, it got ugly. It was 10-10 at one point, I think, at the end of the first quarter. And it just, I mean, good Lord. I need your weed, man, Russell. Oh, snap, I ran into a couple of times at Planet Fitness. You know that was you just described. I appreciate that, man. Salute to you, my guy. Shit, I ain't been playing fitness in like 7 years, man. I look good. Wow. Wow, and my man Hoop Jargon says I'm too loud. I'm screaming today. And remember, BCU is meac. As far as we know right now, they're SWAC. So, you know, that's what somebody said. Somebody said the other day on one of my posts, talking about BCU ain't SWAC, as they're, you know, making fun of Coach Robinson. Speaking of Coach Prom, talking about he ain't SWAC, right? And it's like, fam, you ain't SWAC, and all those other things. So that's the silliness that statement came out with. I just really don't. That was dumb on his part. Memphis Jag says we need it bad. This is a playoff game for us. Win and control our destiny on the road to take back the SWAC. You're absolutely right? You win this game. I said I lost. Preview too loud. Now I ain't said Southern said y'all said it too loud with that 45-13 beatdown. But Memphis Jag says y'all need this. Yo, you win this game, you will control your own destiny, and that's all you want to be at the end of the day, right? You'll be sitting pretty, man. You'll be sitting pretty, right? Unless, you know, Texas Southern comes in and steals another win from somebody. I don't know. But Southern, if you can run the table, I don't see you having any issues with Arkansas Pine Bluff. Who else you got? Pull up y'all schedule real quick. I don't see you having any issues with Arkansas Pine Bluff. Oh, you already played Pine Bluff. I'm sorry. Beat them by 3. You play Alcorn, then you play Virginia Lynchburg, and then you go visit Jackson State on the 29th. Later this month. So you definitely need this win, and you honestly, you go and you play Grambling at the end of the season. So yeah, I'm with you now that I'm looking at y'all, you know, the rest of you guys' schedule. You go and win this game this weekend, you're sitting pretty, right? Everybody's chasing you. You need Preview will need you to slip up. Alcorn will need you to slip up again if you win this game. So, like you said, you win this game this weekend, you sit nice, man. You sit nice. Russell Haynes said, when was the last time JSU beat a MEAC team? They beat Florida A&M. If we still counting if we're still counting Bethune Cookman, right? If we're still counting Bethune Cookman, then we need to count Florida A&M, if I'm correct, right? Russell Haynes, JSU already won the East. Not really, right? They can lose a game here and there, and then you have FAMU who's playing great. Somebody made a not swac meme with that not Atlanta girl. I'm missing that one. You have to show that one to me, D-Live. FAMU and Jackson going to beat Southern. Grambling is the only team we have left on the West. Exactly, Memphis Jack. Exactly. You are absolutely correct. So you win this game right here, you're good. Basically, you're pretty much good. My boy got that slow mode on. Yeah, I got it on today. Y'all want me to take the slow mode off? I can take the slow mode off, actually. Let me take it off. So back to Southern and Alcorn, man. I want to get into that game as much as I can. As soon as I take this slow mode off, so y'all give me a second. I'm going to take the slow mode off. So slow mode is off. Slow mode is off. Y'all should be good. Chris Silas says we beat FAMU in 2019, 18 before they became SWAC. So I don't know what my man was talking about, Russell Haynes. James Harris says Valley beats ASU, Alcorn beats Southern, Jackson State beats Bethune, Mississippi running the table this weekend. So James Harris is picking all Mississippi. And Memphis Jack says Wayne Morgan, we will get there when we get there, man. Alcorn first. Yep. And I think I just saw Gina Bena. What up, Gina Bena? Saw Gina Bena. And we need to know. I ain't got no grease in today. I ain't cut my hair this week, man. So I need to cut my hair. No grease today. Memphis Jag, yes, sir. So back to this game I'm talking about with Southern and Alcorn this weekend. So Alcorn comes in fourth in the conference in total points, right, at 25 points a game. Southern averaging 41. That's 2 points shy of Jackson State at 43. Southern is averaging 41 points a game. Impressive. Scoring 41 points a game. Can Alcorn keep up? Do you have enough offensive firepower? And I do this because sometimes it's a little easier to kind of read the analytics and stats of things instead of, kind of breaking it down film by film and stuff like that. I don't have time during the week to kind of always watch film and things like that. I really, really don't. I try to, enjoy myself as much as possible. For anybody who does streams, my man Hoop Jargon knows this. And streaming is hard, takes a lot of time, and some days you just don't want to deal with it. So I'm breaking it down like this. And then Southern is, Southern is allowing only 21 points a game, and Alcorn comes in at 26. So that right there, if you want to just, tally pros and cons or whatever you want to call it, that right there is a telling, fact that people can say, well, Southern should win this game easily, right? Southern should win this game easily. If you're averaging 41 points a game, again, they just exploded on PV last weekend. Exploded. It was 10-10 at the end of the first quarter, I believe. It was 10-10 at the end of the first quarter, I believe. Let's go to rushing stats. Southern leads the conference. In 5 games, Southern is averaging 245 yards on the ground a game, and then you have Alcorn right there behind them, really, just 30 yards less at 216. So Southern and Alcorn, we both know both of these teams right now. What do they want to do? They want to run the rock. They want to run the rock. So should we see a lot of hitting and banging down there? As my high school coach said when we go to the paint, they hitting down there, coach. 245 to 216. Both of these teams well over 200 yards. I'm sorry, well over 200 attempts. Well, I won't say well over. Southern sitting at 201 and Alcorn is sitting at 204. So they're running the rock, right? In 5 games, they're running the rock. I like it. I like it. Wayne Morgan says, so glow. Not today. I ain't got nothing in my hair today. Memphis Jag says, Mississippi ain't doing jack this weekend. See y'all on Saturday on the Bluff. Y'all one up in Louisiana since JSU beat Grambling already. Yeah. 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 But again, I think I'm gonna do this game this weekend. It's at 6 o'clock. I haven't seen Southern or Alcorn this year, so more than likely I'm probably gonna do my reaction to this game. So all my Southern fans, everybody that's Alcorn, y'all make sure y'all tune in this weekend. I'm probably gonna do that game. And I want to give y'all, again, I said it earlier, my father is having surgery in the morning, right? So y'all send positive thoughts his way. Also, the voice of the SWAC. I didn't really follow up on this, but the voice of the SWAC, Mr. Butch Alcindor, I saw this morning that he was in the hospital. So, you know, the voice of the SWAC, I don't think he's doing any games this weekend. I don't know what he was in the hospital for, but he was in the hospital bed. He looked fine. But y'all, you know, send your thoughts and prayers to him as well. So a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff going on. James Harris says you heard it here first. Russell Haynes says SWAC and MEAC only 2 conference and HBCU, so we are brothers. Russell Haynes, yeah, we are trying to get a lot of folks to understand that. I don't know why it's a lot of slight going on sometimes. Sometimes you can establish and discern it and figure it out if it's playful or if it's just people being a-holes sometimes, or it's just trash talking or something of that nature. But there are a lot of times when I'm doing these things, I see a lot more like hatefulness than anything. At the end of the day, yes, you want your conference to win, but you know, we, especially if we're older gentlemen, older women, man, you want to see all these kids be successful, every single one of them. Although life doesn't work out like that sometimes. Memphis Jag says it's going to be a MF battle, old school style, hard nosed, ground and pound plus defensive type game. I think so as well, and I appreciate those prayers, Memphis Jag and James Harris. So again, man, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, man. We are almost at 50 strong, so we can get that over 50. That'd be great. That'd be great. Let me get back to my channel over here. Again, I feel off because I can't even see myself in the screen, man. Can't even see myself in the screen. Looks stupid. Looks stupid. So back to the stats, right? We can go back to the stats, and I guess we can go to the defensive side of things, right? Total defense. Oh, I'm sorry. Dang, I lost it. I think I already did defense. Did I not? No, I didn't do defense. So, Southern right now is third in the conference. Right, but behind Texas Southern and Jackson State in passing yards allowed. But again, I really don't have to talk about this because I don't think neither of these teams want to throw the ball very much. I think they'll rather ground and pound, like Memphis Jag said. I think they would rather get their old school style 3 yards, first down, 3 yards, second down, and put yourself in third and short, anything of that nature. I think both of these teams would like to do that. Passing for both of these teams, you know, offensive side of things, Jackson State. Southern comes in at 5th with barely over 200 yards passing at 202. The Alcorn is way down at the bottom. They're only throwing the ball for 159 yards on the season per game. Not very good. They have their total team stats is 72 of 120. You look at that, you compare that to what Jackson State is doing over there. They're launching the ball, right? They're letting that thing fly. Florida A&M is at 260, right? Jackson State is at 358 yards a game in the air. So, like Memphis Jag said here, old school ground and pound. They're going to get it together, man. And shout out to my guy, James Harris. Salute to you, my guy. You get the horn. Salute, man. Appreciate that. He says I have the best show. Appreciate that, man. Like, I try. And again, as always, if y'all like what we do over here, y'all can always hit the super chat, or you can hit the cash app. It doesn't matter. But what I like the most is y'all showing up, showing out, participating, and subscribing. That's what I like the most, right? D-Live says we good with the meac until meac might come and say something stupid. meac Mike, man. meac Mike is fun. And I think all this stuff is harmless, actually. Franklin, what's good, my guy? Appreciate you coming through on this Thursday night. Wayne Morgan says facts. Gina Bender says prayers. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, meac Mike, he trolls. But best believe if South Carolina State gets back to the Celebration Bowl, they play Jackson State, you better believe he's going to be in there talking this crap. And I'm not mad at him for that. And I guess I will, I talked about a lot of games. I talked about pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. And I guess we can go over to Jackson State and Bethune Cookman, man. I might do a side preview show for this tomorrow if I have time. I might just do this game preview alone tomorrow, probably around the same time, maybe 4, maybe a little earlier, right? Bethune Cookman, I don't know what they're doing at Bethune Cookman. I saw their game and I saw some highlights. The game I did against South Carolina State, and then I saw their some of their highlights recently. I don't know what they're doing at Bethune Cookman. If I remember correctly, they're doing some RPO action for some reason. I don't think they have the talent. I don't think they have the offensive line for that. Mr. Jones, the quarterback, I will give him this. He's very elusive, very quick, and he has a rocket forward arm. I will give him that. But what I did see in that game against South Carolina State, in a few highlights, this young man is running for his life. A lot of times it reminds me of what Shedeur went through last year. It's just the offensive line is not there. And for folks who were making fun of Coach Prime, saying that he needed to improve his offensive line, he needed to beef guys up, they needed to get better at the offensive line position. Y'all looking crazy now. Like who said that? Who was that? Russell said Bethune Cookman is going to win this weekend. I don't know, but Bethune Cookman gave Grambling their lonely one win this season. I don't see it happening. Bethune Cookman can't stop a nose from running. If they had all the allergy medicine in the world combined into one, if they had a magic pill that said you can stop sneezing, running the nose, all this other stuff, Bethune Cookman couldn't get it done. Let's go through their scoring defense, right? They played the University of Miami. Everybody knew that was going to be up. 70-13. They gave up 70 in that game. South Carolina State, they gave up 33. Grambling, they gave up 36. Alabama A&M. I'm sorry, I need to rephrase that. Bethune Cookman beat Grambling. I need to rephrase that. My bad. They won 36-19. 36-19, right? Alabama A&M, they gave up 35, close loss. Last week against Tennessee State, they gave up 41. So y'all telling me that Jackson State don't score over 30 last weekend against Alabama State, and I know they're probably pissed about that. But you're telling me that a team in Bethune-Cookman that can't stop nothing, they're going to stop Jackson State from scoring. You know, although Jackson State is on the road, they're playing in the NFL stadium. Y'all seen all that crazy news there. Bethune Cookman, who was allowing 39 points a game. Let's just say 40. They're giving up 40 points a game. Who said that? Russell Haynes? That was Russell Haynes, I believe. Russell, you said that. Shout out to man. We was just talking about meac Mike is in the building. Salute to you, my guy. Appreciate that love. He says, meac Mike says, I'm headed to Buffalo Wild Wings to watch the game, Morgan State versus. If we win, we control our own destiny to win the conference. Got you. meac Mike, I never knew. Oh, you're a Morgan State guy. Okay, got you. Morgan State, y'all lost to help me out, meac Mike. Y'all lost to Norfolk, I think. Salute to you, my guy. And then also Memphis Jag with that. Salute to you, my guy, Memphis Jag. $4.99 donation. And also Russell Haynes. Salute, my guy. Appreciate that love, man. Again, I didn't get in this for money, man. I would like to make money. I would love for this to YouTube to kind of pay some bills one day where I ain't never got to go work. I can just sit at the house and talk sports to the day I aspire till I take my last breath. I really would. But I like talking about sports. This is why I got into it. But y'all donations really, really do help. It makes the channel a lot better. So I appreciate all that. My guys. Russell Haynes says, host be strong for your family. Man, look, my family we are some strong dudes, very prideful. My pops he's been through, my guy Hoop Jargon knows, and he knows just a snippet of what my dad's been through a lot for us health-wise. And he has a book. I need to go ahead and get a flyer in here one day. He has a book that he wrote about, some of his health issues, and it's on Amazon. It's on other platforms. So I need to get that on here one day so y'all can see it and go check it out. Very, very touching story, man. It's hard. It was hard for me to read the first time I saw it. So yeah, I need to put that in here one day. It's called The Chosen One, actually. It's on Amazon, I believe. It's called The Chosen One. So if y'all looking for a good read, it's not very long, but it's good. Wayne Morgan says, meac Mike, that game on ESPN2. Yeah. That game is on ESPN2. I was talking about that earlier. I thought about doing that game. meac Mike, you should have found me on Instagram or anything like that and told me to do that game. I thought about doing it. Wayne Morgan plus. No, it's on ESPN2. ESPN2. D-Lob says, can BCU defense keep this game close? No, it's not happening. Shout out to Brian Johnson. Appreciate that love. Salute to you, my guy. Super sticker. Back to D-Lob's comment. No, man. Bethune Cookman can't stop nothing. They giving up 40 points a game. And y'all telling me a team in Jackson State who didn't get over 30 last week, they were averaging 40, I want to say 46 or 47 going into that game against Alabama State, and Alabama State only held them to 26. So you telling me that there's a motivated team that's coming off a crazy ending to a win. They still making fun of Alabama State. I get that. But I think they have the coaches and everybody else who can, kind of rein them in as far as distractions, right? And everything that happens with Coach Prime is a distraction, whether it be good or whether it be bad. So I think they'll be just fine going down, playing in the NFL stadium. I can't remember what stadium they're playing in. But I think they'll be just fine. I think they're pissed. I think they didn't achieve what they wanted to achieve last weekend. They wanted to win, but I think they wanted to win in a dominating fashion. And shout out to Russell Haynes. BCU is pissed because of hurricane and campus closed. BCU can be pissed all they want. I don't think Bethune Cookman has a chance. I think it's over for as soon as they flip the coin. meac Mike says Jackson State QB1 is going to throw for 6 touchdowns against Bethune Cookman. This game will be practice game prior to them playing. meac Mike, man, I think you're absolutely right. Unless Norfolk went out right. What's going on, Brian and Memphis Jack? meac Mike, gotcha, man. See, that's why I love this channel, man. Y'all are cordial, but y'all talk crap just a little bit. Getting ready for the weekend, gotcha. Memphis Jack said you may not score. I was at the Tennessee Stadium last week. The hurricane took a toll on them. Maybe they aren't ready for JSU right now. Even if it wasn't for a hurricane, they wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. It's a no contest, man. I want to be like Charles Barkley. I guarantee. I want to be like Barkley for a second. I guarantee this is going to be a beatdown of epic proportions. Unless Bethune Cookman can follow the game plan that Alabama State had. They did not let Shedeur get comfortable. And I don't think Coach Prime makes the same mistake that he did last week. And my camera just went back out. I'm about to say my camera came back on my head. I forgot what I was saying. Damn, camera distracted me. That's stupid. It's still going. Bethune Cookman, I just don't. If they can follow the game plan that Alabama State did and not letting Shedeur get comfortable, I find my thought. I think maybe, they don't give up 60. I think they maybe give up 40, 43, 44, somewhere of that nature. But I just don't see them having enough, man. Y'all just don't know how deep Jackson State was. And then I also was saying that I don't think Coach Prime goes for it on 4th and 6 early in the game, on the first possession of the game. Again, I don't think he makes that mistake again. Right, that kind of gave Alabama State momentum. I think Alabama State scored on that first drive as well. But I don't see them making that same mistake. And Brian Johnson says, what does everyone think about a potential new stadium? And I saw that, and I thought about making a video about that. Also saw the news that Shedeur signs a deal with Brady called the Brady brand or Brady Code or something like that. I thought about doing that, but I knew I was going to do this video today, so I left it alone, man. And again, man, if you are on Facebook, if you are on the Between the Game Sports page on Facebook, like it, heart it, care for it, whatever you want to do. If you are on my main profile page, you can do the same. But also, if you want to support this channel, support what I do, you can send stars. There should be a little button over there that says stars. It's the same thing. It's like super chat or anything like that on YouTube. So you can send stars that way if you're on my main Facebook page. But the new stadium, man, I think that will entice Coach Prime to stay even longer, right? This is something that he set out a goal for. Set out a goal for us to have a new stadium. Now, the other thing is I think folks down there in that area are still having some issues, probably getting water in, things like that. So that might be one of the first tasks to accomplish if you're in that residence of that state. Like, get folks water, get folks food, and then you can talk about a stadium. I know the stadium is, something down the line, but I'm talking about as of right now. I can nitpick that or whatever you want to call it. Hombre Negro says that guy Sanders not swac. As he said, if he ain't swac, then who is? If he ain't swac, then who is? Memphis Jack says, meac, Mike, all good, bro. Ready for Alcorn this weekend. Good luck to y'all against tough loss last weekend. Got you. Brady brand, yeah, that's what it is. Brady brand. And D-Lob says, I hope Jackson gets that new stadium. And El Hombre Negro says, stop it. meac team never give up those points. Hey, man, it don't matter if you look. I'll say it and I'll say it again. It don't matter how you win it, as long as you don't cheat, right? Man, folks cheat. We all know this. As long as you don't get caught cheating. It don't matter if you win by 5 touchdowns and playing football, if you win by a 20-point blowout in basketball. Or if you win by a safety, 2 points, 3 points, whatever. As long as the end of the day, when that clock hits triple zeros and you have the biggest score and you have a dub, that's not a gang sign, YouTube. When you have the dub, it don't matter. It doesn't matter. Russell Haynes says, if BCU win, I would trash talk you until the cows come home. Hey, and I will sit here and take every single part of it, man. And folks be getting on me like, man, y'all Jackson State, y'all Jackson State people, y'all got a tough game coming up, and this and that. You worried this way? I'm like, look, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I am a YouTuber who is a fan of Coach Prime, and he just happens to be the coach of Jackson State. Right? Love Coach Prime. One of my favorite athletes of all time. This is why I do videos on Jackson State like that. It just happened to be like that. I am a neutral party when it comes to game. But, Russell, if you want to jump down my throat and BCU wins, man, hey, look, next time I do a stream, I will even send you the link so you can come up here and talk crap. I will send you the link. Memphis Mike says, Memphis Jag, that's going to be a big game for you guys. If you stop the run with Dumas in the front seven, y'all should definitely win. You lose, that's an elimination game for you guys. Yeah, and we were talking about that earlier, meac, Mike. Southern wins this game. They're good, right? They're good for they control their own destiny. Control the Double T. What up, my guy? You late, man? What's going down, man? Ain't much. Fam, you did. Hombre Nigo and BCU did not give up them. They didn't give up who? El Hombre. Are you telling me that Bethune Cookman has not given up the? I'm gonna go back to it. So you're telling me they didn't lose 70-13 to Miami? They didn't lose 33-9 to South Carolina State. They didn't lose 41-17 last weekend against Tennessee State. So you're telling me I'm totally wrong? Is that what you're telling me? And they're not giving up 40 points a game, basically. It's at like 39.3 or something like that. But it's 40 points a game. They're giving up 40 points a game. So don't give me that craziness. Double T is in the building. North Carolina Central and JSU, hopefully they will win out. They're the HBCU with the best records. Why do people hope that JSU loses, man? Double T, you know why, man. You know why. When you at the top, when the world's talking about you, everybody wants to see you lose. Same thing with Brady. Same thing with Floyd Mayweather. Same thing with let's go LeBron, right? He still has the highest draw, right? There are people who want to see him be successful, and there are plenty of people who just hate the guy's guts. There are some people in this world, and I've talked about this before. They hate this man so much that they hate his kids. They're hoping his kids fail. How much hatred can you have for a person if you're sitting back and saying, man, I hope his kid don't make it. I hope his kid get hurt. Oh my God. I can. That's a whole another stream. It's only two HBCUs playing good ball. Sounds stupid to hope for the best team to lose to the trash team. Everybody loves to see the top dog. Everybody loves the underdogs, right? Everybody loves the underdog. BCU is trash. They're garbage, man. Maybe the BCU alum, Memphis Jackson, yes sir, and Brian Johnson said that's the crowd mentality. It is what it is. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna gripe about that thing. Again, we're at almost 60, man. We're almost at 60. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit the like button. The more likes we get, the more folks we will get in here. Yeah, we're almost at 60, only 30-some likes. 30-some likes. Come on, man. Y'all get that up. Get it up. Get it up. And if you really like what we do, you can always hit the super chat, super stickers, or super thanks. Those three things. Or you can hit the Cash App. Cash App is $ Between the Game Sports. Each first letter and each word is capitalized. So let's get it, man. I appreciate y'all. Again, I really think that I'm going to y'all going overboard. I know what you mean by that, D-Live. Think too much of yourselves. I really think I'm gonna do a double header this weekend. So y'all gonna have to bring the energy this weekend. If I do this double header, y'all gonna have to bring the energy this weekend. My God. All right, I'm sitting here for an hour right now. My back is already hurting. I messed it up earlier today doing something stupid. I'm not even gonna say what I did on the stream. But my back is already hurting. That means I'm gonna have to have all my batteries charged on my camera, and then on my TV screen for my camera, I'm gonna have both lights out. I'm gonna have to have my plugs. I'm gonna have to have. So y'all gotta bring the energy this weekend. If I do a doubleheader, that's gonna be about 7 to 8 hours straight of streaming. So we gonna do it. Y'all better bring it this weekend. Jones said all that Coach Prime had will make him stay longer. What's the 2 games of the week for the doubleheader? So I did the poll. And somebody got on me on the poll actually. So the poll is, and again, I have a bunch of Jackson State subscribers on this channel. So all my meac folks, y'all need to get folks over here to subscribe to this channel. All right, so you can vote on these things. But I did. South Carolina State plays Virginia Lynchburg, I think, this weekend at 12:30. At 12:30, so that's not a bad time for me. I can still get up and do some things I want. Then Jackson State, and that was one option of that game, and then tied into that game right after that game will be the Jackson State Bethune Cookman game. And then the other part of that was Jackson State Bethune Cookman game, which is at 3 o'clock, and then backdoor and do the Southern versus Alcorn game at 6 o'clock. So, and then somebody said, well, why you didn't do South Carolina State 12:30 game and then the Southern game? I didn't put that as an option. I don't know. I wasn't thinking correctly. Y'all hit that like button, man. Go ahead. Hit it. But more than likely, depending on how I feel, I'm gonna chill out Friday night. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I'm gonna sit back in the house. I'm gonna chill. Might go spend some time with the family. But if I do this doubleheader this weekend, y'all better bring it, and y'all bring folks with you. Bring everybody with you. Tell your mama and them, whoever. So y'all gonna have to bring it. If the energy is not there, then I can't do 7 hours straight of streaming. So Double T says like the punch. JSU not them. What? El hombre. What are you talking about? D-Lob needs a hug. Hombre Nico says JSU not at the top. They're not at the top. They're at the top of their conference. And that's where you want to be. You want to be at the top of your conference. They're the topic of conversation right now, especially with all these YouTube channels that are covering HBCUs. They are the topic of conversations. Hombre Negro, I'll tell you right now, ain't too many YouTube channels that is covering HBCU sports not talking about Jackson State. There are not too many channels covering HBCU sports not talking about Jackson State. It is what it is, man. It is what it is, and there's nothing wrong with that because the more they get talked about, then people are going to research. Like, man, well, who are they playing? What type of players are they playing? What type of coaches are they going against? Things of that nature. So all it is, whether people want to admit it or not, the attention is there for Jackson State, but it's bringing more and more light to other folks who may have never heard of HBCU. And I had a few people that come on the streams a couple of weeks ago saying, hey, man, I had never even thought about HBCU sports. I never even typed it up, anything like that, until I seen Coach Sanders on TV. I seen Deion on TV. They looked it up, and they have SWAC has gained some fans from this. The meac has gained some fans. Tennessee State has gained some fans. And folks is like saying, man, I'm really liking what they're seeing. So we can't. So the comment of saying that Coach Prime is not SWAC and all that other stupid crap, that was dumb. But at the end of the day, him not being SWAC, that comment has brought a lot of attention to more and more HBCU football. More and more attention to HBCU football. Let me get back to some of these comments. I'm sorry. I apologize. We're at the hour and 5 minute mark. So y'all make sure y'all hitting that subscribe button. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. Once you subscribe, hit that bell button. If you're on Facebook, heart it, like it, care about it, all that stuff. We need the we need the Facebook page to grow. We need the Facebook page to grow. D-Law says, nah, he just came in with the wrong narrative that no one is pushing, man. What did I miss? What did I miss, D-Law? What did I miss? As my camera goes back out on my end. Brian just said, Hombre is trolling. Yeah, I believe so. Sharon Brooks says, fact. That guy kids are now good. What? That guy's kids are a good SWAC QB and DB, but that guy ain't still SWAC though. What? Hombre, what does that mean? So let me break it down to you like this. Hombre. So, because Eddie Robinson played in the SWAC, right? And then he came with those comments saying that this is why he did all of this and all this other stuff. Right? Let me break it down to saying, let's see. There are many fans out there in the world that are saying LeBron James is not a Laker. But damn it, he's on the Lakers team. He's on the Lakers team. Let's break it down to coaching. Nick Saban. I don't believe Nick Saban played in the SEC. I don't believe he played in the SEC. So you don't hear folks saying that he's not SEC. The head coach at Notre Dame. I don't believe he went to Notre Dame. But you don't hear folks saying, well, he's not Notre Dame. Steve Sarkisian, the coach at UT. He didn't go to UT, but you don't hear folks saying he's not UT. So what stupid logic is that? Oh, we can just break it down to like this. Bethune Cookman was a meac school, was it not? We can say that whole school is not SWAC. So, Double T, I know, man. I know I ain't got to explain this stuff, man. I know he's trolling. D-Law, what narrative are you talking about? JSU is the hottest topic in college. Media One Live, I've said this since the beginning. Jackson State received more coverage, excuse me, more coverage on First Take, Undisputed, than most Power 5 schools during this summer. During this past, let's go past 8 months, 9 months. It's people just want to play stupid sometimes. Them paychecks say Deion is SWAC. Absolutely, right? Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. But it's oh my God, it's such a dumb statement. And then he comes back with this garbage. I'm speaking about Coach Robinson. He comes back with this story about he remember being on the buses and having to drive to Houston and playing in the SWAC and all this other stuff. I'm trying to, recant what he's saying, trying to clean it up. But this is 2022. You can't compare what you used to do when you played back in the 80s and 90s. Yes, the money wasn't there. So, of course, you got kids you got your program is flying to games now. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Let me get off of that now. Coach Prime going on 60 Minutes this week. Really? Wow, I need to tune into that. Didn't know that. I think I saw something that he's having might be on Amazon documentary or something of that nature. I want to say I saw that Deion is more SWAC than everyone's still breathing. Reese, appreciate you. I don't know if this is your first time to the channel, Reese, but appreciate that comment. Double T says Florida has too many football programs. Not all Florida programs struggle. Yeah, man. Y'all remember when the game of the year used to be Florida versus Florida State? Florida State versus Miami? That used to be the game of the year in college football. Coach Sean Kent is in the building. Appreciate you coming through. Coach Sean Kent says Jackson State gets coverage in Toronto. Coach Prime is the man. Yeah. What other coaches getting coverage like that? What other coach? The head coach at USC. What's his name? Lincoln Riley. He's not getting covered in Canada. Again, head coach at UT. He's not getting coverage in Canada. Only person on that level, that collegiate-wise, football-wise, college coach-wise, is a Nick Saban. Jarvis H says, wouldn't have heard none of that if Bama State had won the game. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. He'd have been talking crap in a different form, right? And I can give him credit. He's passionate, but yeah, whatever. America's Pastor Travis says, the thing about the naysayers is that they will always have much to say in the beginning, but always tell them to keep watching because everything that Coach Prime does plays out over time. Factuals. FAMU used to get all the recruits. They didn't go to the Big Three. The recruiting game has changed, right? And so much access with social media, right? You got coaches in Texas, right? Recruiting kids from, Ohio, Alaska. What's that? Washington and stuff like that, and vice versa, right? And college basketball, really, you can see almost every major D1 program, mid-major. There's probably a kid from Texas on that team, and Texas basketball has come a long way, right? In the past 20 years, right? The past 20 years, Texas basketball has come a long way. So the recruiting game has changed, right? You got coaches out in different states recruiting, Florida now. You got coaches in Nebraska recruiting Florida. You got coaches in Michigan recruiting Florida. Because everybody is easily accessible now. So, some of these schools better get with it, right? One of the best things, Coach Prime is always marketing, right? If y'all ever just seen his shirt, right? He's wearing a long sleeve, what is it like? What do you call it? Dry fit. And at the back of it says at Coach Prime. So everybody who sees that doesn't have a Twitter and think about seeing a Twitter, that's constantly playing in their head. That might be the first person they follow on Twitter or Instagram, whatever the case may be. Russell Haynes says, why SWAC coach act like that, but not meac coaches trash talk? What do you mean, my guy? Antoine Walden, appreciate you coming through. I don't know if this is your first time to the channel, but appreciate you coming through. JSU is definitely one of the most polarizing teams in the country, hands down, outside of Bama. JSU social media is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Crazy. Media One says Deion and his sons also signed with Chromebook for new games and Madden. Amazon Prime business follower who's hot. The numbers don't lie. Exactly. Yeah, back to my marketing thing. At the back of it says at Coach Prime. I think Shadur has a shirt that says at Shadur or something of that nature. Marketing. It's so crazy that the next time I make myself some hoodies, which I got one on right now, I don't know if y'all can see it. I make myself some hoodies, some shirts. I'm putting at such and such at the back of my shirt because I be at these sporting events. Basketball season is rolling up. I do highlight films for high school games and stuff like that. So y'all gonna get ready to see some of that coming through the channel a little bit more. But I be at games and folks like, man, you got a flyer, you got social media, this and that, and I'm like, damn, I got my cards, but it's easier if I could just like point to the back of my shirt or something of that nature. Right. Coach Prime will be on 60 Minutes Sunday night. Oh my God, I might need to try to stream that. I don't know if I can. I don't know. North Carolina A&T versus NCU is the biggest rival in South Carolina State but the coaches get along and respect each other. Oh, I guess that's what Russell Haynes was talking about, right? I got you. I guess that's what he was talking about, but man, that was just a dumb statement. He not SWAC, I'm SWAC. I didn't go to a SWAC school. I know plenty of people who did. My mother did. I know I could have went to a SWAC school, but I went to a college where they were going to play me, right? Where I knew I could play. It is what it is. JSU hoodies are selling in the malls in Canada. Imagine that. Like, bottom line, man, who elevated the SWAC? Yes. Media One says he also just got an idea for the Latin kicker and others. So Jackson State is going to continue to get better and better, right? Going to continue to get better and better, and y'all just that offensive line gets better. God dang. I know y'all can hear that, man. the allergy, drainage, all that other crap. But Jackson State's offensive line can get better. They didn't perform well last week. They didn't perform well last week at all. And somehow this became more of a Jackson State thing as we were just breaking out the game previews for the weekend. But this was the last game and last team I was going to talk about. But this team is just going to get better. The rich is getting richer. The rich is getting richer. That's the closest game they had. No, that's not the closest game. Tennessee State, that was a close game. So, y'all just imagine this, man. Jackson State has still not played a great game from start to finish in the Coach Prime era, but only twice. Only twice. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button for me. Only twice. Once against Alabama A&M for them talking crap, and then once against FAMU this year, which was, crazy. Crazy. So, and then they keep coming with these slow starts. And then eventually, when you play against a good team, slow starts is going to bite you in the butt. And it's going to cost you. Slow starts is going to cost you. So you can continue to go in at halftime like, this and that. Also, your players get complacent. They get used to that. Oh, man, we be good. At the halftime, we good. You don't always want to depend on that type of mantra, that type of mindset. You want to come out and dominate from opening kickoff to the end, right? So Jackson State can't always depend, and I see that when I do the games and stuff, the fans be like, oh, man, we be good into the second half. We're good. Once the second half starts, we're good. You don't always want that mindset if you always got to wait till the second half. So you come out ready to play off the rip, everything's good. Media One Live says, most of us are HBCU more than SWAC. I support all HBCU schools except Alabama State, man. Yeah, and I support all these teams, man. This is why I told myself this year I'm going to do more than just Jackson State game. I've done a video about Preview and Coach Bubba McDowell, how, can they run their way to a SWAC title? Probably not now. I've done the Bethune Cookman versus South Carolina State game. Right, I'm probably gonna do the Southern versus Alcorn game this weekend. So I have no problem showing love to other schools because folks say, "Man, you're a Jackson State guy." I'm not, man. I'm just a fan. I'm a fan. But also, this channel is basically ran by, the subscribers. So when I put up a poll about what games to cover, what videos should I talk about. If the subscribers are letting Jackson State subscribers dominate it, then that's not my fault. Vaughn, what's up, Vaughn? They haven't had all their starters all year. Was missing 5 starters this game. Yeah. And Travis Hunter has only played one game this year. He's only played one game this year. And if anybody has any information about if he's playing this weekend, let me know. I doubt it. I think he plays the next home game. Of course, they had a slow start. They had 30 minutes to warm up. Yeah, but Vaughn, this has been happening in the Deion Sanders era. In the Deion Sanders era, they have been off to slow starts. I'm not an excuse guy. Not having all your starters not an excuse. Most teams have starters. Yeah, absolutely. I think they should come out and run the game to get the offensive line to fire off the line. Yeah, and again, the easiest job for an offensive lineman is to go hit somebody, right? Instead of trying to worry about somebody coming to hit them and pass blocking. So and we know Mr. Wilkerson can tote that rock. Hombre says no man Eddie Robinson stated that he ride on the shoulders of the other past great coaches of the SWAC, not on that other guy's shoulders. Yeah, Hombre, what? See that's the disrespect. I don't like that type of disrespect, right? So if it's gonna be like that, I'm not gonna comment. Put your comments. Just say Coach Sanders, man. Don't be so caught up in the moment that you can't even give the guy his proper respect for saying Coach Sanders, not the other guy. Right? The other guy. That's petty stuff, man. That's middle school stuff, man. I want to say something else, man, but we're in a movement. We're in the cancel culture movement, so I'm not gonna say that. Double T said, Vaughn says they haven't had all that starters all year. You're missing the biggest piece of your team on Travis. Yeah, Travis been out, man. A&T versus Cameron will be another good game. Gotcha. They can use Shiloh and Malachi. I believe Shiloh played last weekend. I believe they played last weekend. Slow start to y'all beating their team in the first half. It's slow because y'all expectation to be up 21 in the first half. See, there's the y'all stuff. I don't expect anything. And you can watch with your own eyes and you can tell what a slow start is. You can see the game for yourself and you can tell what a slow start is. They have not, and okay, let's rephrase it. They have not played a good brand of football consistently through quarters, but only twice. And I understand the dynamics of the other team. There's another team on the field, so the other team is not just supposed to let you, dominate things like that. So I do give kudos to the other team and their performances with certain things. I understand that. I can see both sides of the spectrum. Double TOO, a freshman, is the biggest part of JSU. And Corner World lost the top FCS QB and coach last year and still rolling. Yeah. Still rolling. Antoine Waller says, I feel you about the slow starts, bro, but the ASU game, that team literally got the game like 30 minutes before the game time because of crazy. Yeah, I heard there was an accident or something like that. So if we want to harp on that one game, that's fine. If we want to harp on that one game, that's fine. But I'm talking about in Coach Prom's era, everybody that's a fan of him and a fan of Jackson State and Shador and Travis Hunter and Malachi Wyman and Mr. Wilkerson and Niles Gaddy and Aubrey Miller and Nugget, Mr. Warren. I mean, I can keep naming guys off the top of my head, so and so. In the Coach Prom era, Jackson State has not played a good brand of football consistently through quarters. This is a fact. Coach Brown would tell you, because he talks about it all the time. We want to be fast, smart, disciplined, and dominant. All those things put together. But I ain't got to tell you. He ain't got to tell you. You can see with your eyes. They have not been consistently good through quarters for an entire game. And yes, I can give credit to the other team, but a lot of times it's because of them and their slow start, their inability to get rocking and rolling off the rip. JSU Tiger says all the coaches he named didn't play it down in the SWAC. Coach Kent says, I truly believe this team just assumed they will blow everyone out. I think last week's game will be a wake-up call. Maybe, but here we are. Basically, 2 years in with Coach Prom at the helm. He's been there for 3. But 2 full seasons almost. So Double T says facts, have not played a total game. Yep. Russell Haynes says good podcast host awesome. MEAC versus MEAC coming soon. Is that a podcast you're doing or what? MEAC versus MEAC? That wouldn't be a bad idea if somebody does do that. It wouldn't be a bad idea. Great name for a show. Penalties, misreads, and coverage. Yes. Brian Justice said the other guy, Coach Brown. I see what you did there, Brian. I like it. Has elevated the SWAC to a guy like Coach Robinson and get more visibility. And because Coach Brown is in the SWAC, Coach Robinson was hired. Prime effect, yes, sir. I've done a video about it. My guy Hoop Jorgen has done a video about it. The prime effect is real. It's real. Vaughn says, I will ask what team has played consistently good in 4 quarters in the last 5 years. Best team in the nation. Alabama has done that either. Alabama has done it on multiple occasions. When Clemson was rocking and rolling, they've done it on multiple occasions. There have been teams, right? And multiple occasions in the same season. And again, I'm not saying they have to go down and score every single drive. I'm not saying they have to get pick 6. I'm talking about a consistency. A consistency. They're not consistently great. They're not consistently bad. I guess they're consistently about in the middle. But the expectations of this team set by their coach has not been up to par. And I'm watching with my eyes. I'm seeing it. The penalties, the untimely penalties that happen with Jackson State. You can see the game and you can go back. You can go just type in Jackson, go watch the games. It's there for your taking. I hear you, Vaughn. I got you. Yeah, hombre, but their coach was leader, young man in the SWAC when Eddie Robinson played in the SWAC. All right, hombre. That's if you're gonna be like that, bro. Like we can't rock and roll like that. We don't do that on this channel. If you can't respect a man's name or anything of that nature, I can't get down with you, bro. I can't. Vaughn says hit that like button. Yeah, absolutely. Double T says North Dakota State, James Madison, Montana State, and EWU and more has played 4 quarters consistently. They have not. That means blowing every team out, and that ain't true. Okay. Total game of 4 quarter means no mistakes, not blowing games out. I watched the game. I just think that's unreal expectations at all. It might be unreal, but I think Coach Brown wants more. I think he wants more, and I'm not mad at him for wanting it. And I used to say this about when I coach. My kids will be this and that. We'll win a game. When I did AAU, we'll win a game, and I'm sitting there telling the kids, I want more. You could have gave me more than what you were giving me, and they looking at me like, man, what you talking about? Because I know what it takes. I was fresh out of college, and I was a pretty good coach. I still am. I just haven't coached in a few years. But the kids was like, they took a while to kind of grasp what I was saying because I knew how hard it was to play at the collegiate level. And every one of those kids that were on my team were telling me, Coach, I want to play some was saying I want to play at the Division I level. Some was just saying I want to play at college. And I'm sitting there telling them, bruh, if you want to play at the collegiate level, what you're giving me is not enough. Because I have a good friend. He's an older gentleman. His name is Jim Hicks. He runs a site. He runs a business called RCS Sports based out of Houston, and he does rankings. And Jim Hicks he's one of the few black guys in the country that is on the NBA Top 100, rankings thing. He's on, I want to say ESPN Top 100 rankings. He's one of the few guys who's met with the heads at Nike, independent black guy. So y'all check him out, RCS Sports, Jim Hicks. He always says, if you are on a team in your district and you're not dominating future intramural players, then you're not a collegiate basketball player. And for those who know what intramurals are, everybody that plays basketball in high school, when they get to college, they go to college, they're not on the team, they go play intramurals. And he always says, if you are supposed to be that guy in your district and you're not dominating future intramural players, then you're not a collegiate basketball player. So what I'm saying is, I think Coach Prom is trying to tell these dudes, he wants them to be dominant in every facet of the game and of life because he knows what it takes to get to the next level. He keeps telling folks like his Hall of Fame bus to be on a different level because he feel like everybody's being let into the Hall of Fame now. This is a guy who's done it in baseball, right? The only guy in history damn near, I want to say the only guy in history still to play in a football game and then go back and play in a playoff baseball game. So anybody who think Prime is SWAC ain't SWAC. Dale Driver, what are you talking about? So so will it? Oh my God, we got to stop with the madness. So every player right now on Jackson State, on Southern, on FAMU, on Alabama State, on Arkansas Pine Bluff, whoever, every player on those rosters, if they didn't initially go to a SWAC school, if they went to a Power 5 school, they went to another HBCU, if they played in the MEAC. So y'all are telling me that those kids are not SWAC because they started somewhere else. We got to stop with the foolishness, man. I almost curse, and I don't curse on this channel. I try not to. Unfortunately, in college football, you have to run up the score. It definitely helps with your school ranking. Total game equal no mistakes, not blowing teams out. So we're going to that. North Dakota State was just in the 2-dog fights back-to-back weeks. You want to dominate, but you don't have to. You don't have win is a win. Yeah, a win is a win. I get it. Came off 3 turnovers, and so what you mean? You just talking now? Okay, y'all going back and forth. Y'all going back and forth with that. But yeah, man, we Wayne Morgan says North Dakota State is going to lose to South Dakota. Man, Wayne, you own it. 6% ain't dominant. So, but do y'all understand what I'm saying? And again, I'm probably gonna get ready to kind of shut this down. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? The statement about he ain't swag because he ain't. We gotta stop with the foolishness. We gotta stop with the foolishness. And what's up, my guy CH? What's up, CH? Spread the word and watch ESPN. So man, I was gonna do that game, man. I really was. I'm gonna tune in. As soon as I get done with this, I'm going to tune in to that because I got nothing to do for the rest of the night. And I don't think I got anything to do tomorrow, man. So I was going to do that game, but decided to do this instead. Brian Johnson said, if you're not a podcast, who is a podcast? Exactly, man. We gotta chill, folks. We gotta chill, man. We gotta chill. Vaughn said, I get exactly what you said. Yeah. Vaughn said, we said full game. No one said dominate or blow out. Yeah. So, yeah, for the most part, y'all seem to kind of like what I be talking about, which is weird to me still. But for the most part, I hope I make sense to folks who come in here and watch and partake in what I do on here. I hope I make some sense, right? And I hope I kind of clarify some things. I hope I break things down. And I always hope that you take something away from every stream that I do. I really, really, really do. I really, really do. And salute to my guy, Vaughn. Salute to you, my guy. Appreciate that love. Much love and respect. Says, tell Double T I love him. All love, man. That's what, as black men, we got to be able to say we love other black men without feeling a certain type of way. Right? I try to preach that to myself, man. I was a very quiet kid. I was very respectable, especially to adults, right? I talk crap when I played ball, and it was more of in a jokingly manner, and it's surprising that I wasn't in more fights as a youngster, man, because my trash talking was more of like jabs, right? Like just little jokes in here and there. But as I gotten older, man, I've tried to, spread love and be more peaceful with people because life is short. It's short. You turn around, you look up, and you've been out of school 40, 50 years. My parents are celebrating their 50th high school reunion this year. My parents are celebrating their 50th high school reunion this year, and I'm pretty sure they can probably remember when I was growing up playing t-ball, and that was many moons ago. So as I've gotten older, I've tried to be more and more positive about certain things. Only thing I still have trouble with is my health issues. I'm not used to having those. So I still struggle with that, but I'm trying to change my mindset about that, having issues with my health. It's like my allergies, man. My allergies just kick my butt. But I'm trying to come to terms with it, that I know that my allergies are never going to go away. So just, deal the best I can with them and keep it moving, man. CH says, we always rock with you. You're balanced. I appreciate that, man. You get the siren for that. Appreciate that. Double T says, the 20 game sports always positive and good perspective. Appreciate that as well. You got the siren as well. Bun says, dominate is a blowout. You don't dominate and win by 3. That does not make sense. Keep doing what you do. You make sense, Mr. Brown. Appreciate that, Mr. Brown, as well. Salute to y'all. Y'all, man, I'm gonna ask this, man, because I've been trying to figure out if I'm gonna do it or not. I have the opportunity with this YouTube channel to start a membership to this channel, right? And that's just, in my mind, I'm like, man, people ain't gonna buy no membership to this channel. So if y'all let me know if you will or you might consider it. Let me know in the comments if you might consider buying a membership to this channel, or you will buy a membership to this channel. Let me know in the comments, so I can kind of get a baseline and figure that thing out. But yeah, I've been sitting on this for a while, man. I've had the opportunity to start memberships with this channel for probably about 6 or 7 months, but I just haven't done it. Brian Johnson said, "Don't let these trolls get any win. To have an opinion is fine, but to sit down a brother that's doing for better." Yeah, man, it's weird. And salute to my guy Vaughn. Appreciate that, Vaughn. Appreciate it. Do a live stream for the game tonight, brother. What time is the game, Vaughn? What time is the game? Because I don't think I have any of my other batteries charged. Actually, I know I don't have any of my batteries charged. So what time is the game, Vaughn? Blackstone. And Blackstone Photon says, "Hey, vitamin C, Rose, take 3 or 4 a day. Peace, God." Man, Blackstone, you gotta let me know what that is, man. Find me on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter and DM me that what you talking about. I take vitamin C, but the other stuff, Rose hips. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Vaughn we said full game, never said dominate or blow. Montana played a full game in the last year national championship game and lost, but they didn't have any mistakes. Yes. Double T said, if you dominate a full game, it will be a blowout. Not necessarily. Jarvis says, you got my full support. Appreciate that. Jarvis says, Vaughn says the game. See, the game on now. The game is on now. Now it's a little bit too late, man. Miss Hood. Miss Hood, I'm not going to try to pronounce your first name. I want to say Deshanka, if that's correct. You say you would consider, so I appreciate that. Brian Johnson said I would stay progressive, go and start your membership. So, yeah, I've been sitting on it thinking about, I think 5K subs should try to do a subscription. I hear you. Game is at 7:30, so ESPN2. Yeah, so I'm going to check it out, man. Is it on right now, or is it on at 7:30? If it's on at 7:30, I might be able to get it. I might have some time to charge my batteries. So let me know. Red Bull, no, Vaughn, I'm talking about my camera batteries. Right? And like, I ain't got my camera batteries. I didn't charge it. So yeah, so it's on right now, right? So I'm already late. Already late right now. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna check it out. I might do a stream tomorrow. I don't know. Might be a Jackson State, Bethune Cookman more in detail stream preview show. So I might do that tomorrow. If not, y'all can catch me on my guy Hoop Jorgen's channel tomorrow. He's supposed to do a stream, so I'm gonna talk to him tonight. We might cook up something, but y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my guy Hoop Jorgen. And Wayne Morgan says, as long as it don't cost a car payment, I'll support and get a meal. Yeah, no, it's like, last time I remember just kind of checking it out, one was like $4.99 a month for I think I did it like rookie all-star Superstar Hall of Fame or something like that. And rookie was like $4.99 a month. All-star was like $10 a month, something like that. I don't know. I have to go back and redo it. And if I decide to do it, I'll probably do a lunch video to it. Depending on how I'm feeling, man. But y'all kind of gave me some ideas for it. For that. Deshanka Hood. Okay, I said it right, man. So that goes back to my education when I was in education days, and I have to say the roles sometimes. So that goes back into that. Sending Instagram, my God, YouTube Double T. Yeah. Y'all can find me any social media platform. Y'all can find me at Between the Game or at Between the Game Sports. Y'all can find me. NCU has already scored. Central do the North Carolina A&T Camel game in a couple of weeks. Remind me, Double T, if you got Instagram or anytime you jump on here, make sure you remind me, man. Remind me so I can label that. And if it's the weekend of Jackson State versus Texas Southern, y'all can count me out that weekend. I might go live. I'm gonna be at that game. I might go live for that game. Just for a little bit while I'm there. I'm probably gonna document that a little bit, kind of give y'all some behind the scenes. Hopefully I can get on the field. I'm still working on that. And then the following weekend, it'll be opening weekend of high school basketball in Texas. And if I bring my equipment, I'll probably go live at that game. And there's going to be some really, really good games. So if you're a basketball person and you near Texas, high school basketball starts in Texas November 11th through 12th. Down there in Houston, that has a big event every single year. It's going down crazy. Some of the best teams in the state will be there. This hood says $4.99. Yeah, man. So I'm not I'm not one of those guys that's charging. Like I seen somebody like a membership was like $50 a month. I'm like, wow. And Vaughn says one of my favorite channels, bro. I will subscribe for sure. Appreciate it. Salute to you, my guy. Double T said, I got you. You might think of doing a cleanse, man. Brian Johnson, I do a sinus cleanse every morning. I didn't do it today. I need to go do that right now. Ron say, like, yeah, man, I appreciate that, Vaughn. I want to go to that game. Don't know if I'm going to make it. No excuses. I live in Houston, but I have to see. Wayne, man, come on. You live in Houston. If I still living in Houston, I would definitely be there, like, for sure. But I live, in Plano now. But I'm making a trip down. I haven't been back home to Houston since May, so I'm definitely making that trip down. Vaughn says, bring out to see real basketball. Yeah, man, look. I'll say this when I get out of here, man. I remember I took some of my girls. We took our organization to a Chicago tournament. Nike, if y'all do any AAU stuff, we took a AAU tournament in Chicago. It was like Tournament of Champions, Nike. The event center was right across from Soldier Field in Chicago. Man, we played this team from Michigan, I believe. Down here in Texas, like, we press, right? We press. And I don't really like pressing. I really don't. But I was trying to, implement some stuff for my girls and stuff like that for the program. And man, every one of those girls on that team, I believe, when they signed for a Division I school, they were so freaking good, man. And our girls were okay. I think we had 4 Division I signees on that team. Crazy good. But Michigan, Indiana, they got some good teams out there. And Plano, Double T says, how far is Plano from you? Like 345, 330, not far. Like, I just don't like driving no more, man. Again, if I can ever get to the point, especially in sports and stuff like that, man, I'm flying everywhere. Oh, man, it's a game out here, like Vaughn says, a game out in Michigan. I'm out, peace. Getting on the plane. I love flying. T Money says something. My guy, what game is streaming Saturday? You got to go to the post, right, on the community page. More than likely, though, it's probably gonna be Jackson State. Probably doing a doubleheader. T Money. Probably doing a doubleheader. So you gotta bring your butt and bring anybody and everybody you know. So if I do this doubleheader on Saturday, y'all better bring the energy. But more than likely, it's probably gonna be Jackson State and Bethune Cookman, and then Southern versus Alcorn. So, man, I appreciate y'all coming in on this, man. That's how you become a better coach and player exposure with better team. Yeah, man, that team kicked our butt. Man, we have almost 2 hours, man. Y'all be keeping me going, man. Y'all hit that like button on the way out the door. Hit that subscribe button on the way out the door. Make sure y'all are subscribed. And once you subscribe, hit that bell button. If you're on Facebook, give me the thumbs up, heart it, carrot, all that good stuff. For some reason, I got a frowny face. Somebody didn't hit the wrong button, maybe. Or maybe they just don't like what I do. So y'all do all that. If you want to hit the Cash App or Super Chat before we go, you can as well. But y'all be on the lookout if I do something for tomorrow myself. If not, I will be on my guy Hoop Jargon's page tomorrow. I'll be here if you do. That's what's up, man. So yeah, if I get to the game, man, I'm letting people know I'm at the game. We can meet up. get some pictures in, whatever. I don't know, whatever it may be. Double T said, good show. Appreciate you, my guy, man. Always great show. Once again, Wayne Morgan. Appreciate y'all. Y'all make sure y'all hitting those things all on the way out the door. I love every single one of y'all. Love your time, because time is something that you can never get back. So for you to spend your time, man, I love it and appreciate it. Y'all stay easy. And as always, when I leave these things, I always tell you, on your best day, be better. Think about it. Between the Game Sports. I'm out. Peace.